Hello, guys. Welcome to RN Associates Equity Partners LLC. And I'm here. My name is Chris Ifeanyi and my partner Robert Andrade. And I want to talk to you guys about real estate equity crowdfunding. About our company, a little bit about myself. I'm a builder developer, background for over 19 years. I've done a lot of projects in excess of $50 million, and basically decided to partner with my partner here, Robert, who has extensive experience in real estate investments and also real estate development and construction as well, and finance. So, Robert, why don't you give him more information about yourself?
Sure, definitely. Well, basically, I've been in real estate for about 10 years. My background entails business modeling, pro formas, analyzing projects to determine that they are credible investments and that we are safe to go into a project and also exit in a safe manner for our investors.
Okay. That's great. I myself personally I began following up equity crowdfunding or crowdfunding in general back in 2013 when the first law was passed at the Pepperdine Law School when I attended a presentation about crowdfunding. And I realized this is giving power to the people who never really had it, to the common man to invest in real estate and profit as opposed to just Wall Street. So that quest led me to finding this project and my partner and what we're about to present to you guys. So we'll show you a quick video about equity crowdfunding so you guys can know a little bit about it.
Crowdfunding. You've probably heard of it. It's a way to raise money for a project or startup from many people or a crowd who believe in it. Online platforms like Kickstarter have helped people fund a wide range of products, like making a movie or just making potato salad. The money raised on the site is a donation. Users may earn a reward for contributing, but not equity. Now there's a new type of crowdfunding, where private business owners can raise the money they need to grow by offering equity of their company to the crowd. It's called equity crowdfunding. And to invest, you need to be an accredited investor, what the SEC defines as individuals who make at least $200,000 a year or have a net worth more than $1 billion, not including your primary residence. There are dozens of platforms doing this. Fundable helps sports company Titan raise $1 million to grow its training gear business. Crowdfunding helped music legend Neil Young raise more than $4 million for his Ono music blade. Since equity crowdfunding became legal in 2013, it's been used by hundreds of companies, tens of thousands of investors, and already helped raise hundreds of millions of dollars.
Okay. So in general, I'm sure you've gotten a glimpse of what crowdfunding is. And specifically today, what we want to tell you about is about crowdfunding with a focus for real estate development, for multi-family real estate development, specific project in Los Angeles. We're both based in Los Angeles. And as you know, Los Angeles has a massive need for apartment complex to house many people that live here. So I will show you the steps when you're looking into crowdfunding of this nature for this specific project. There are various things that the SEC will need for you to be able to do an honest and verifiable project. So first of them is the PPM. So I'll show you what a PPM is. I'll give you a sample of this project.
Okay, Chris, I'm going to go ahead and give you access to that. I'm going to pass over the screen to you so you can share with the audience exactly what a PPM is. Okay, 1 second here.
Okay.
Okay, you have access now.
Okay. Okay, I do. So
there you go. I see it.
Okay. Is that wide enough?
No, make it a little wider. You should probably go. You should probably go with the whole screen.
How about now?
Yeah, much better.
Better?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, guys. So basically, this is what we call PPM, Private Placement Memorandum. We paid a lot of money for this for our securities attorneys to help us draft this. And basically, this private placement memorandum tells you about the offering, what the project is. And as you see in this offering right here, it states this is confidential. Basically, sent to people who are interested. And we have 180 offered units, or series, what we call Series A preferred units, at $5,000 a unit. The maximum offering here for this project is $900,000. But we already have commitments from institutional investors for about $250,000 for this project. So we will not be seeking the whole amount because we already have prior commitments. They wanted to fund the whole project because it's such a quick, relatively easy project for them to make quick returns. But we objected and said we wanted to give an opportunity to our crowd individuals, since we're promoting our whole business model is to promote the crowd investment so that the ordinary people can share in the benefits of real estate in their neighborhoods. So the minimum amount of shares is $5,000 per unit, and you have to get up to 5 units, which is $25,000. But we have the option to accept interest for less than that. So depending on what the needs are. And
Chris, so let me go. So you're saying basically each investor can buy 5 units for a total of $25,000. Can they buy more if they want to buy, say, 10 shares or 2 units?
Oh yes, absolutely they can, and they can buy more units if they want to, depending on availability. As long as it's available, we can make that available for them. Right.
And what is their return on their money? What is the actual rate that they'll be getting at the end of the project? Excuse me.
Okay, let me go to that. Basically, what it talks, the summary here will tell you the return that this thing is offering is 15% preferred returns, 15% preferred units, what we'll call it. Mm-hmm. Which means they're going to get 15% return on their money per year. This is a short-term project, about a year, 12 months, so they'll get 15% return. And the first 36 people who shows interest and eventually commits will get a 30% equity kicker, which means from our net profits, they will get 30% participation in the profits on top of their 15%. Okay? So these are just standard information you see on private placement memorandums or PPM. So here you see the summary. Basically this shows you the summary for the offering. What you see is it talks about a company we're located in downtown Los Angeles, on the 633 West State Street. So Suite 2600. And then the PPM also tells you about the market opportunity here. What we plan to do is simple. We plan to build a 9-unit apartment complex on 517 Harvard Boulevard in Los Angeles. It's an infill project, which I will show you guys down below where the project site is located. See the offerings, it clearly states what we're offering, the price of the share, and this is a non-voting units. And then the annual payout, and once again, minimum 15% return on the principal, and this 30% of net profits, within 12 to 18 months, it applies to the first 36 people because we already have prior commitment, again, on this deal, so we're not seeking the whole amount. And the profit will be distributed at the end of the project once it concludes themselves. So this goes more in detail. We'll send you a copy of this so that you can fully review this. This is a completely legal document prepared by security attorneys, and so we'll make sure everything is, all the I's are dotted and all the T's are crossed. Okay, so I'll proceed further.
Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt, bro. So basically, that's an important question. So basically, this document, it's a legal document that's filed with the SEC that makes us a credible offering, right? That we're going through the SEC compliance, correct?
Yes, basically yes. We have to disclose these documents, and it is legal. This is our word, and we'll put it in writing, and it's a legal document which states clearly what we're offering to the public and what the returns are. And basically, they can take this to the bank. So the SEC knows about what these guidelines are. This is to show compliance. We basically have to submit this to everybody who shows interest in this offering. Okay?
Very well.
Okay, so part of the PPM here, what we'll enclose here is a copy of the business plan and the project performer, and also subscription agreement, and eventually investor questionnaire, which you can see here determines the accredited investor, make sure that they're accredited, and operating agreement of our LLC. So let's go through the first one here. This is the business plan, and basically what it is just a simple, when we're presenting our associate equity partners, present Harvard Apartment 9. Yeah, that is the name of our project because it's located on Harvard Boulevard in LA, around Hollywood, Koreatown area of Los Angeles, and pretty much in the Larchmont environment, Larchmont Village, which is a nice neighborhood in LA. So it talks about investment summary here, talks about the project overview, to explain before what we're going to do, build a 9-unit apartment complex on a vacant piece of land, offering 15% return on the principal with 30% net profit kicker, once again, to the first 36 people. And this shows the breakdown of the units. This particular project has 9 units, and the breakdown is we have 3 one-bedroom apartments of units, and also 5 studio, what we call single units, so studio units, and also 1 2-bedroom. And the great thing about this is that all these units, they all have lofts. So this is a specifically nicely done design with a loft. It gives it a huge high ceiling appeal, which makes the whole place open. It's a well-designed project. And you can see here the project schedule and timeline. It's a simple pre-construction is 1 month. Construction period is about 8 months. Post-construction is about 3 months. So total about 12 months. And this also tells you the investment summary that we're offering. 15% is standard. You get that no matter what. And the first 36 people will get this equity kicker here for 30% of the net profits on top of the 15%. And the whole period is 12 to 18 months. So the exit strategy is simple. At the end of the project, we sell the project. Probably we're going to sell it before we're done. And the fund gets wind down, and we'll pay the investors their return and the equity participations to the ones who are lucky enough to receive it. And exit strategy number 2 is for us to refinance the building, pay off our investors, and keep it in our portfolio with our other buildings. So this is more about the business. Oh, okay. You got a question?
Sorry, let me add something. Yeah, I just want to add that on my diligence that I did through our affiliate members and advisors, we realized that that area is a very hot area. Most of the buildings that are being built in that particular radius, what I noticed that they're sold before they're completed, or they're rented out before they're completed. So that makes it a really hot market. We shouldn't have any problems selling it before it's even completed. That's one thing I want to add.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. Which means that's great. I mean, it's located in a nice area. I mean, it has a premium location, next to Larchmont Village. Yeah. It's an upscale neighborhood.
Yeah, there's one that down the street, in the same street, that they built as an 18-unit modern type of building. It actually got sold at $3.3 million, and it got sold at that price before it even got completed. and like just a block down from this particular project.
Well, in that case, I mean, we only valued this. We did a conservative value here of $2.78 million for this particular building, which means we can potentially get more for it. And being that the project will get completed faster, I mean, that would be a great thing for the investors. They could even get their money, if everything works out well in less than 12 months. It's a possibility.
Yeah, we priced it up.
Market demand.
Yeah, we priced it out at 2.3 per square foot, when in reality, rents in that area are going for 2.6. So the whole of doing it that way is because we want to be safe with investors' money. No matter which way the market goes, the investors are always safe with their money, 100% guarantee with their investment, always protected.
Right. Well, I think that's a good pricing because the location of this neighborhood being located here, I mean, near Larchmont Village, I mean, that's it's pretty much between Larchmont Village and Koreatown. So this and Echo Park and Silver Lake area and like that, this is like a hot area right now, and the rents over there are very high. I mean, if we're pricing this at 2.3 3 per square foot for rent, I mean, it's going to definitely fly off the shelves. I'm basically confident. And then you can see this is simple design. So you can see here, I mean, this is little black and white rendering of the project. Below here is the parking structure area, secured parking with a gate. And below on this ground floor as well, there's 4 units down here actually. Unit 1 of the 2, 1 of the 3 of the 1 bedrooms and 1 bath is down here, plus the 1 2-bedroom starts on the bottom. And then in the middle here, which is like the second floor, you have the access to the view looking down below on those units as well. And then here also starts all the single units or the studio units, they're all located on the second floor. And then you have the mezzanine floor here, the third, almost we'll call it like a third floor type. The mezzanine floor, which is the high ceiling portion overlooking every unit below. And we'll have a simple parking structure here. It's a simple floor level, ground level parking. There is no subterranean parking here, so people don't have to be worried about that. And this is a picture of the project site and map. So you can see it's a vacant land. The apartment's next to it. It's ready to go. All we have to do is just dig up the ground, do the foundation, and start building. And that's when the project is approved and ready to go. It's shovel ready. And as you can see, this is the map here. This is Melrose Avenue. And you have Normandy here, and you have Western Avenue here. So basically, Larchmont Village, Oakwood area is around this area right here, and Koreatown is around here, Echo Park and Silver Lake area is around here. So this is centrally located in the hot Hollywood, pretty much area, close to downtown and all the entertainment and amenities. As you can see, this is a much larger picture of the site here with a green little tree thing here. As you can see, this is an existing apartment area. This is an infill, so it's already a market that will absorb this before it's built. Like Robert mentioned earlier, the projects. Robert, I think this is around where you were talking about the, say, 1 block, right? Pretty much where this thing is located. The ones that sold. Robert.
Yeah, it's sorry about that. It's about 2 blocks down from that particular project. It's a brand new complex that got sold and built, and a beautiful project.
Oh, okay, great. So it's good to know so that they know that this is not located in the middle of nowhere. This is central in the heart of Hollywood area environment. And the construction company, Forza Construction, we're going to be working with, and Blue Ocean SPG, which is the company I have interest in as well. We'll be doing the development and the project management. And we have reputable Marcus and Millicap real estate investment sales. They've been doing this for a very long time, and they have reputable brokers who will sell this thing. Of course, this is our logo here, our Associates Equity Partnership. And below, for those of who will be interested, we'll have a full-blown pro forma here, which pretty much tells you everything you need to know about this project, the development funds, the sources of funds, and also, let's see here, the project timing and the variables, and then the building profile. And if you go down, it also shows you the cash flow analysis, how much we're getting for rent. As you can see here, this is the 233 that Robert mentioned earlier, as opposed to 266, which is a price per square foot, what most of the units in that area is going for right now. But we use 233 because we want to be very super conservative, because we respect our investors' money. We want them to be confident in our abilities to make these things happen, and they get their returns, which creates a happy investor. And permanent financing. This is for the development project, and the people are partners who will lend us money. So basically, and this gives you also the investment return summary on how much people are going to make and what the net profit will be for the people who invest, as well as the IRRs and the NPV net. So this will send to people who are interested as well, so they can see this is a full-blown performer, professionally done, and to show what the investment criteria will entail. And then proceeding next with subscription agreement. This basically talks about the RA and associates, equity partners, subscription agreement. This is also another requirement from the SEC, what we have to disclose to you and tell you about what it means for private placement memorandum, what it entails, and how much you put it in, and what we're going to do, and the closing date. And it gives you all the detailed information to make sure that we're all on the same page. This is all a legal document as well, which will send you a copy to pretty much review and approve. You have to approve this document prior to investing. As you can see, Robert, who's the managing member of the LLC, has already signed it and approved it. So here, if you're lucky enough to be part of the people who subscribe, you become a subscriber, and then you have to date and approve and sign this document before you can participate in this offering. You have to put your social security number, your employment ID if you're a company, and then the number of shares that you buy, number of units, actually, we call it units that you buy, and then the total purchase. And the wiring instructions, which also we can send to our broker-dealer directly, which Robert will talk about later on. This is called an accredited investor certification or questionnaire, whereby it talks about who you are, how much you make, and to make sure that you're accredited. And this is also an SEC requirement for corporations as well. And this, last but not least, here is our operating agreement for the RA and Associates Equity Partners LLC. It basically talks about our company when we formed it. This has been formed since 2014, and we've been in business doing other projects, and incredible company. So it gives you all the information about us and the capital contribution that we made, and everything else you need to know about our company. And we've invested a lot of money already into this project, and also going through the SEC process and getting our security attorneys involved pretty much tells what the amount of work we've done here. I mean, we'll also send you this as well. If you become a subscriber, if you're lucky enough, you have to also sign and approve this document. And this shows how much we've invested so far into this project. So, Robert, I think I'll pass it. You should probably take it over right now and talk about the portal and how they'll log in.
Okay, very well. Let me take over. Share portal. Okay.
Yeah.
I also want to add to the presentation, Chris, that we are a legitimate company. Our copy of articles of filing with the board, with the Secretary of State are right here. The company was born back in, actually it was refiled back in 2016. These are the operating agreements along with the certification of the company. And then also the pro forma that we have, it's got some really good numbers as far as returns for investors. We're at 1.20 multiple on investors' capital contribution. Okay. Now, to become a member, it's very simple. All you need to do is go into our webpage, log in, and create an account portal right here. You go log in.
You have to, I think they should create an account first, right? Or how does that go?
Yeah,
they go to an account.
Yeah, they have to go into the investor portal, create an account. It's going through the process. So what they got to do is sign in. Once they sign in, create an account, they're able to go into the backend portal and look at the offering documents that you mentioned. For example, the PPM, the profile, the pro forma. And once they look at that, they're actually able to make a quick note saying, my name is Robert Andrade. I want to invest so much money into this deal. Now we get an idea how many candidates are actually interested in putting money into our offering. And they got to click a reminder as well here. And once we're ready to actually have reached our offering amount of $700,000, then we're able to notify them again within a time frame of 20 days. In the meantime, they're able to look at the documents that they need to make a better decision. They can also go to the website and contact. Let's see, we go.
Can you go back?
Yeah. Let me just tell them real quick. They can also go to the website and send us a quick message on the portal if they have any questions right here, or they can actually even call us as well. Okay, I'm back in the portal.
So if you, okay, right there, yeah. So I have a question on this. So the reason why I believe we're seeing this amount right here of $700,000 is because, of the commitment from the equity, from the institutional investors. Remember, the PPM stated $900,000, so we brought it down to $700 here because they've already accepted to fund $200,000 of the deal. They wanted to fund more, but we told them that we appreciate it, but we'll just want to give more opportunity to the crowd. So that's why the amount is different on here, so that they know that. Okay.
Yeah, we're giving opportunities. We're giving opportunity to people like yourself to put money into the deal. So far, we have 19 investors. We need 36 to fund the deal. So we're pretty close to meeting our objective of raising the whole amount that we need. But like you said, we're giving opportunity to people that want to make a high return, that have an IRA, 401k, or Roth account, to put money into a secure offering and be able to get a higher return on their money. So we're pretty close to meeting. Sorry, bro. We're pretty close to meeting our deadline, but we need to get a few more investors into our portal to be able to meet the funding goal. And once we do, this invest button becomes live. What does that mean? It means that it's connected to our broker dealer that basically does our trades. And once they invest, it has to go to the broker dealer, which is a legitimate source of getting the money into their escrow account to get the deal funded.
Okay. One more thing. Can you go to on the main page before they log in? Don't they have to register first? Or
yeah.
I mean, how does that go? Create an account, right? I mean,
create an account, right?
Yeah, they have to
So again, they have to create an account.
So they have to click the button. You go back one.
I have to go to the next day, otherwise it won't allow me to show the whole process here. So what they do, they click on the account on the website, log in.
Yeah, right, and then register for free, right? Is it login or look at this button that says register for free?
Oh, I'm sorry, it's this one, right? I apologize. Got so many things here. So they put in their email, their name, and it goes to the backend portal. We can log in and look at the offering. In the meantime, to get a quick rundown, if you click on the top right here, to get a quick intro of the offering that we have. Quick bio. Okay.
All right. That's good.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And I think it's important that a lot of people have a question is, how do I get my money back? Once that project's completed and I commit to the term that you guys have in the PPM, how do I get my money? How do I make sure my money's getting back to you? Well, first thing, it's filed with the SEC. A notice fee basically is a Securities and Exchange Commissioner. They keep an eye on us. That money's secure, okay? And it's secured by by the project itself. Not only that, at the conclusion of the project, what happens next is that we have a private equity fund and a manager that basically distributes the money back into your accounts. And at the end of the year, you will get a statement from them of the money you invested. You're also able to log in on your portal right here in the back-end system and get consistent updates of your amount of your money as well. Okay?
Yeah, which the PPM clearly states basically all the legal obligations that we have for our subscribers or investors. And also, I mean, basically, I think what we clearly hear, what we're telling them is we're taking interest. We're not teaching directly for anybody to invest or anything like that. So we're taking interest in people who are committed, who would like to know more about the project and would like to invest down the road. If the opportunity is still available at that point, they can invest, and then the invest button, like you say, will go live. Am I correct? I mean, and the first 36 people, the ones who are going to get the equity kicker for 30% split of the net profits. I mean, I want to make that, that's huge. Most average returns right now, if you put your money in regular bank accounts or CDs, you'll be lucky if you get 1%. I mean, or 2% is the max. I mean, this is really difficult, but not only in this particular case are you going to get 15% return on your money in a year or 18 months, you get 30% split of the net profits as well. Whatever.
Our net profit is 342, so they'll get divided by the 36 investors. Will get a percentage of the equity as well, along with their return on their money. So I would say that's a pretty good deal.
That's a good return, yeah.
That's why so far we've been able to. That's why we've been able to get 19 people in the last week. So we expect to have this thing filled up by. I mean, it's been a good offering in the next probably week or 2 weeks. So we got 20 days.
I mean, the interest that we've gotten already on the social media, I think the interest will fill up before that. But remember, you can't discard the institutional investors too because of what they've invested already, in addition to the 19 people. So that's pretty much the opportunity. So I mean, I don't know if there's anything else, any other questions you have from you on behalf of the deal, or in terms of crowdfunding in general. I think we can. Let me see. Give me the control.
Just want to add real quick that we're getting a lot of interest on this property, but in case it does get filled up and you want to invest your money for other projects, we constantly have similar projects in the LA area, which is our expertise. So don't feel bad. There will be more offerings. We'll be able to contact you again, so you can reinvest money into our deals.
Right. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so I think that's pretty much that's what concludes. I mean, crowdfunding is the way of the future. Right now, I've consulted for a few crowdfunding-related companies, and basically this is changing the investment criteria, the investment model for people, average people on the streets who have never been privy to this type of opportunities, which is really key to know, because the game is being opened up for average people to invest, and that's a great thing. Because before it was reserved for the rich private equity firms, Wall Street guys, and highly, highly accredited investors with millions and millions of net income on net assets. But now the average people can at least invest and make some money as well, and invest in projects in neighborhoods especially Los Angeles. I mean, this is LA. I mean, everybody wants to move to LA, so that's great, so yeah.
Right.
I mean, I don't know if there's any other questions, want to discuss, pretty much that's it, for this session.
Well, we look forward to hearing back from anybody and build a long-lasting affiliation with everyone. And you guys already know that your money is safe and guaranteed with our company. Thank you for your attendance.
Thank you, guys. A good one. Happy investing.
Thank you.